Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy day 2 of our Become a Brand Boss Bootcamp. I want to welcome you back. I'm so excited to have you here today. We have got a lot of content to cover. So if you missed day 1, you can go back and check it out. It'll be in guide 9. I've actually decided to leave the recordings up in the group until next Wednesday. So I'm actually going to leave them up for a full week after we end, just because, as you know, if you've been following my journey or you were on Present last night, I'm having a procedure done tomorrow. So I will be slower in response time. So I was so excited to talk to so many of you. Several of you, I got messages from last night after the boot camp about the opportunity to really take your business seriously. I've gotten messages from several of you about, what could we do in a VIP day, and what's the possibilities of us working together? What does that look like for you? And having those conversations are my favorite, because I think we all grow through the entrepreneurial journey, right? You don't usually just say, I'm doing this, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to stick it out, and I'm going to, I'm going to kill this, I'm going to kill it, right? And most people don't have that oomph, right? We all have those self-doubts. We have that imposter syndrome. We doubt if we're taking the right path. We don't know if we're offering the right services. We're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm priced right. So we all have these doubts. So I was just excited to have conversations with several of you last night about what's your next step? What's your next level, right? So let me know in the comments if you're watching, where you're watching at, and we'll go ahead and just dive right into the content, because there is a lot to cover. And as I told you, if you have the workbook and you're following along, you don't have to have it. It's just, helpful. But take some notes, get a pen, get a paper, write things down. And then take action, because I will tell you it does no good to write all of these things down if you don't take action. And that's the piece that most people are missing. A lot of us already have infobesity, right? We already have where we know all of this. And some of this is new to a lot of you, but some of you already know these things and you just haven't taken action to put them into your business yet. So I encourage you to do so. So let me know in the comments, and thank you so much, Jennifer. I am excited about tomorrow. I know that sounds crazy. Like, who really wants to have, neck surgery? But it's been a year in the making, and it's affected my quality of life, right? Just all the day-to-day things have been more painful. So I'm excited about tomorrow. So let me know in the comments that you're here, you're watching, and what you were able to do, what you learned last night. Like, what was your biggest takeaway last night? And if you haven't already got to watch day 1, like I said, you can watch the replay in the guide. But tonight, we're going to be covering, if you have the workbook, we're going to be covering day 2 and day 3 tonight, okay? Because like I said last night, if you missed it, originally this was supposed to be a 5-day. Am I in the group? Hang on just a second, y'all. I think I'm streaming in the wrong place. Wouldn't that be funny? Let me know where y'all are watching this at. We're pausing for a second because I'm like, am I, yep, I am streaming, I think, on my personal profile. We're going to roll with it. I'm just going to share it into the group. 1 second. You know what? It's like I have crazy brain. Hang on. We're going to pivot. We're going to keep going. Nope, we're not stopping. All right. Actually, your personal profile is meant to be. All right, let me put this in. I'm going to put day 2 is not connecting to the group. It's on, because it shows in StreamYard that it is, but it's not showing up in the group. It's on my personal profile. Come join us here. So y'all see what happens when you go live? Problems happen. Yep, all the time. All right, and let me tag everybody really quick. This is a mess. Thank you, Jennifer, for hanging out with me tonight. It never fails, though. Okay, here we go. All right, let's roll. Y'all ready? Because this is crazy. It's showing it's connected in StreamYard, but it's not actually showing in the group. So that's what happens. It just happens. All right. So day 2, all about branding. Who are you and who do you serve? So understanding your avatar and who you're serving is the first step to personal branding. So I tell you this just because you've all heard, if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one, right? You know that. If you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. So you've got to really nail down your branding. You've got to nail down who is your avatar and what are their pain points. So even if you have a product that everyone could benefit from, for instance, if you have a health and wellness product and you're in the health and wellness business, right? And you have something that everyone can benefit from. If you're trying to cover everyone in your content, you're really not going to speak to that right person. Okay. You're going to speak to no one because no one is going to feel that you're talking to them. And we talked about this last night. When you are creating content, you need to create content for one person. You've got to make sure that your content only is speaking to that one person. If you're trying to speak to the masses, no one is going to feel that personal connection that they really need to feel from you in order to want to purchase from you. Okay. And in order to feel value from you. So that's important. So if you have the workbook and you're following along, understanding your ideal avatar is the first step to your personal branding. Even if you have a product that anyone could benefit from, if you're trying to talk to everyone, you're talking to no one. So discovering her. Who is her, right? Who is her? Her would be your avatar. And I use her because I'm a female entrepreneur. So most of who I help are female entrepreneurs, but it could totally be him. Okay. It doesn't have to be a her. That's just the terminology that I use. But I'm telling you that you've got to learn to speak to that one person. So instead of that traditional target marketing demographics, like, this is important. It is important to understand demographics of she's a female, she's between 37 and 57, but that's about it. And that only helps you figure out the psychographics of the person, right? So the psychographics are more important when you're creating that content. Who is that person that you desire to do business with? You're going to increase your results and enjoy the entire process more if you focus on your avatar and who wants your product versus who needs your product. Who needs it, okay? So if I am speaking to that beginning entrepreneur that wants to work with my agency, that is ready to outsource, they're tired of figuring out social media. They're like, look, I'm posting every day. I'm not seeing anything, right? I don't know what to do. I just want to give it to somebody else. I just want an assistant. I want an agency. I want to just give it away. That is my agency's avatar. That's who I need to speak to. Not going after people that's like, look, your social media really stinks. Like, you only post like once a month. You really need somebody. Because then I beat myself up when that person who's not in the right mindset or not ready turns me down, right? Then you start to feel all these negative limiting beliefs. So instead of going after the people that need it, I mean, think about it like with a weight loss product. Are you going to go up to people in the mall and be like, yo, you need this? You need this. No, you would not. You would not. Especially when it comes to like a weight loss product. You would never. You would wait for people to come to you because ultimately, and I'll continue to use weight loss as an example, you already know that if they're not willing to put in all the effort, if they're not willing to change their diet, they're not willing to exercise, your product can only take them so far. Right? So think of it in those terms. So you are trying to find the people that want to work with you, not just the people who need to work with you. Okay. So you will increase your results and enjoy the process more if you do that, because you're going to feel more aligned. You're going to feel more connected with who you're speaking to. You're not going to feel like, oh, I just keep beating this dead horse and I just keep trying to sell my product to everybody and no one's taking it. Okay. So consider that. Really do that, dig deep into finding who is your avatar. And this question was asked last night. And since we're streaming in a whole different place today, I will go over that too. So someone asked me last night if I have multiple avatars, and my avatar has evolved because originally when I got into this full time, I thought I wanted to work with, you know, beginning entrepreneurs, which I still do. That's not it. But I had this in my mind, like I wanted to work with people that were similar to my age. Like I was my avatar. And I have quickly learned that I actually have helped people that are 10, 15 years older than me better. Like I'm able to help them produce results better. And I think it's because of the way that I coach and the way that I teach. I'm able to break it down really piece by piece for them. And they learn from me and they seem to be attracted to me. So I said this last night, and I don't mean this as offensive to anyone, but like my ideal avatar at this point is between 45 and 65, honestly, because those are the people that I'm serving really well because I'm able to help those people. A lot of them are either their kids are gone, they're empty nesters, and they're ready to, give all of their energy to their business. So they're committed, they're ready, they're coachable, they want to learn, they might need help with the technology. And this is just me speaking to my avatar, but they need help with the technology, and I can explain it better than anyone else they've tried to learn from. So your avatar can change, and who you want to serve. It's not all about prospecting. It's about serving. Who do you serve best? I have found that I serve my new avatar better. And also, if you're in multiple industries, your avatar, who you speak to, you want to make sure that you're only speaking to one person. So don't try to jumble all of your content into one post. If you sell health and wellness and you also have an business opportunity, try to only have one call to action for each post, okay? Because you're going to confuse the heck out of people. So just know that. All right, so moving on, there's some space in the workbook, but if you don't have the workbook, take some time to describe your ideal avatar, including who they are, what they struggle with, what are their hopes and their dreams, anything else that comes to mind, and be as specific as you can. It doesn't imply that you not sell anything to people that don't fit that description, so don't overthink it from that standpoint. You very often will see from me that I help mompreneurs implement simple social strategies into their business to build a life of freedom. You're going to see that from me over and over and over. But 3 of my clients are actually men. So it doesn't mean that I'll never work with a man. It just means when I create my content, I create it for that mom that doesn't believe in herself. The mom that got the W-2, like I talked about last night, where I was like, oh my gosh, if I would have kept making this amount for the rest of the year, we might not have made it out of 2022 with all of the inflation costs. Like I'm speaking to that mom that's ready to jump in, to 2 feet. And that's another thing. Like I said, I'm recently pivoting my avatar. So I need to revisit my own branding because maybe that's not attracting my new avatar, right? Because I just said earlier, a lot of them are empty nesters. So as you're evolving your avatar, you need to evolve your content with it too, and your own branding. Okay. So make sure you consider that. But we also talked a little bit about this last night. When you are diving into your ideal avatar, don't just say, well, she's broke, and well, she doesn't like the way her clothes fit. And, some of that's like deep enough. That's not going to connect with them. That's kind of like a reminder that, yeah, your clothes don't fit. What is the real connection? Dig deeper. So I'll give you an example. I'll use weight loss again as an example. So, for me, when I was on my weight loss journey, one of the biggest wins I had nothing to do with the scale. It had to do with the fact that my wedding ring could fit on my finger again. So that is something that was personal for me, because I didn't wear my wedding ring a lot because it would be a struggle to get it off at night because I had gained so much weight I couldn't get it on and off comfortably. And so that's something that, like we talked about last night with creating that content about why. Keep asking why. It's almost like doing a gap analysis if you've ever done that. So when you're creating pain points of your avatar and how you want to speak to your ideal client, and you say, well, she's not comfortable in her own skin. Why? Well, because her clothes don't fit. But why? Well, she's worried her husband isn't going to find her intimate anymore because she's gained so much weight. Okay, now we're getting deeper, right? So it's more about the the psychology behind it. Okay. So really think about those pain points when you're doing your branding, because we talked about last night, branding is so much more than colors and fonts. It's very, very surface level of your branding. All right, so creating your personal brand. Describe what you want to be known for in 1 or 2 sentences, okay? So I said it earlier. I help, and I'm in the process of doing a brand refresh myself. That was one of the reasons I really wanted to do this boot camp, so that I could relook at my own as well and do it alongside you. But I help mompreneurs implement simple social strategies into their business to build a life of freedom. That's if someone asks me what I do, that's what I do. I help you implement simple social strategies. So social media, right? That's what I do, social media marketing. So what do you do? What are you known for? Let me know in the comments. What are you known for? What are people watching for you from? Like, what do people know you for? And yes, I drink coffee at night. Let me know in the comments what people know you for. Because what are you trying to be known for? If you're building authority and you're building credibility, what do you want to be known for? That's important, okay? So really consider that. Really think about that. It takes some time to refine that too, because I will tell you, a lot of times people, it's too vague, right? So make sure that people can understand who you are or who you serve and what you do. You don't want it so vague that people are like, for instance, I saw one the other day that I was like, that's really vague. I help people create a better life or something like that. Something like that's kind of vague, right? How? Do you help them make money so they can create a better life? Do you help them overcome mindset or trauma so they can have a better life? Like, what exactly do you do? So Jennifer said, I help women intentionally choose positivity and activity in their day, live lives to build sustainably over time. I love that. I love that. Very crisp, very clean. And it's got positivity, activity. So knowing that it's going to have mindset and, activity in their daily lives to build sustainably over time. I love that. That's perfect, Jennifer. You can tell Jennifer's done some work on hers for sure, because it's important for people to be able to read that one sentence and know if you're worth them investing time further into. Okay. So keep watching and keep refining that, and check out other people's. I mean, never copy anyone, but that's how you get creative. Lack of creativity comes from lack of commitment. If you're committed to figuring it out, you can get creative. Okay. Active wear. Yes, I love that. All right. So with this in mind, brainstorm some keywords that, elicit the emotion that you want to express for your audience. So you often see from me very bold content. I'm a bold person. That's why a lot of my graphics have the very bolded fonts, because it's like a power move, right? A power word. You're often going to also see me use awesome, but I'm going to spell it AUSOME, of course. So think of some words that you want people to think of with your brand. When I see someone, with my brand, I want them to think bold, authentic, powerhouse. Like, that's what I want, because I spent too much of my life dialing it back, because I felt like people were I'm a very type A personality. I don't beat around the bush very much. And people aren't always receptive to that. And that's okay. It took me a long time to realize not everyone's my people, right? But I took a long time dialing myself down. I'm very extroverted, and you're too loud, or you talk too much, or, all the things that we hear as a kid. And as an adult, I'm like, that's what I want my brand to be. So think about what you want to be known for and how you can incorporate that into your brand. Okay. Don't ever trying to choose my words carefully, especially since I'm on my public profile. Um, in my group, I'm a little more open. No, don't ever suppress yourself. Don't ever. I've been told that my whole life. My husband still tells me that sometimes too. Like I talk too much or I'm too loud or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. You've been here 12 years, so you like it. But don't ever feel that you can't build a brand around who you truly are. I thrive on being authentic. Not everyone's my people. Not everyone's going to be my ideal avatar. Not everyone's going to be my client. So if you lose a friend, a Facebook friend, or you lose a follower, it's okay. They weren't your potential anyway. Bless and release. Bless and release, okay? Don't let that bother you. Build your brand the way you want to build your brand. And taking a step further, create a board on Pinterest, okay? So drop some fonts, some color palettes, some words, some quotes, some images, websites, all the things. Create you a mood board. So that way you can start to see what your brand looks like visually. Because that's where a lot of people will fall back or fall short, is they don't know how to create the visual. And I work with people a lot when we're creating logos and branding kits. And I'm like, okay, what do you want your brand to look like? And they're like, I don't know. I like the color red. Well, that doesn't help because there's a whole psychology behind colors. It's not always about what's your favorite color. But people don't know. They don't know if they want it to look professional or quaint or, funky or modern, or they don't know. So the best way to do that is to commit to researching and creating a mood board of something that will represent you and what you want. And when you're doing your branding work or you hire someone to do your brand kit for you, you can show them something and say, this is what I kind of like. This is what I want. You need to know what you want, especially before you go hire someone to do it. Because if you hire someone to do it and you don't know what you want, a lot of these people, including myself, there's only a certain amount of revisions because I can't work with you forever if you don't know what you want, right? So make sure that you do that research. And I highly recommend, if you don't already have one, to get a brand kit. Create a brand kit, okay? It's important for you to use the same colors and fonts and be consistent in your branding. Your funnels, your freebies, your website, your emails, all of it should be consistent. If not, you look like Skittles, okay? And that's hard to read. You think about the brands that you know. Coca-Cola, Nike, Apple, Walmart, McDonald's, like all these brands, same colors, same fonts every time. Same logo. They don't create a logo every Monday and be like, ooh, I like flowers today. Doesn't work that way, okay? So if you don't have a brand kit, you can reach out to me. I do brand kits every single day. Probably one of my favorite things to do in the business, and it's something that I actually do. My team doesn't handle the branding, I do. Love it. So I'm happy to set you up with that. But brand kit's also something that you need to think about for future forward. So let's say I'd hate to say a year from now, but let's say next month, you're like, you know what? I want to start doing some PR for myself. I want to get myself out there. I want to start being interviewed on podcasts. I'm going to do it. Your brand kit is a tangible item that you can give other people and say, okay, this is my brand kit. So that when they put you on a flyer or they put you on a thumbnail, or you're going to be guesting in someone's group or whatever that looks like for you, they use your assets. I don't want anyone putting me on a yellow background. That's not my color. I got gold, but that's not. So you really need to think about that, because that is a next level piece of equipment. Okay. That is something your business is going to need. When I worked for corporate, their brand kit was like 40 something pages. Not kidding. Colors, fonts, icons. This company specifically had their own font, like copyrighted. Okay. Pretty funny. It was called Pizza Press. Domino's Pizza has its own font called Pizza Press. I know, it's kind of cute. But everything, what color background you could use, what pattern background you could use, how many shadows you could put on the font. Like, it was very specific, but that's because when you saw it, oh, that's Domino's. There's no doubt. They're not like, who is that? What is that yellow? Now, every 10 years, you'll see them do a refresh, and that's okay, but not every other day. So really consider those things. And if you have questions about branding, how to do the color psychology, the font psychology, all of that. Because I'll tell you this too, if you haven't listened to my podcast, go check out my podcast. I did an entire month on it this month, and back in September or October, I did a whole month on branding too. But think about it like this for the color psychology, because most people don't understand it. How many fast food restaurants do you know of that use yellow and red? McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Indies. I don't know where y'all are, but I think In-N-Out Burger even. I don't have an In-N-Out, but I think I've seen their logo before, like yellow and red, right? Because there's a color psychology behind it. Signifies quick, easy, inexpensive, like all of those things. So you need to think about those things when building your brand too. So I'm not going to go into color psychology because, like I said, there's a whole podcast month about it, but it's out there for you, and that content's out there for you. All right, so some things for you to do, some action items. So write these down, because then we're going to keep rolling right into the next piece of content. You want to make a list of the psychographic characteristics of your avatar. So these are those things we talked about. So let's use, like I said, a weight loss product again as our product that we have. We're not going to go out and just push the product. We're going to sell to the psychodemographics of the person. So maybe she's afraid her husband's not going to want to be intimate with her anymore. Maybe she's afraid that her quality of life has been affected with her children because she can't even climb upstairs to go to them in bed without being winded. Sorry. I recorded all of my content for February because of the surgery happening tomorrow, and the voice is like, okay, I've had enough for today. But think about it. What are some of those really psychographic things that woman is thinking? Comparing herself to other people constantly, right? So think about that. Make a list, because that's going to help make content easier for you. Make a brief statement about what you want to be known for. So 1 to 2 sentences. Don't go too long. Shouldn't be too short, but it should be descriptive to where people can say, I know what she does. Or like Jennifer's example, it didn't say active wear in it, but it told you she's all about being positive. She's all about being active and building sustainable lives. These women, right? So it tells you her qualities that she's wanting to help you with. So it's enough, at least, for people to say, okay, tell me exactly what this means, because that's okay. People come to me all the time and they think I do just automation, right? Because it's simple social systems. So people hear systems and they're like, she's an automation specialist. And I'm like, that's debatable. But it's enough to have a conversation about for people to inquire with me, okay? And then make a list of 3 to 5 keywords that describe your brand. This is going to help you when you're searching to create that mood board. All right. So let's dive into attracting your ideal avatar through outstanding content. This is where I did a poll in Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs a couple weeks ago and asked, like, what is the most difficult task you have right now with your social media business? What are you struggling with when it comes to content creation? Is it the creating content? A lot of people said it's because they feel salesy. Well, that's because you're selling. You're not sharing. You're not providing value. When there is such thing as too much value to provide, I will say this, you don't want to coach people in your content, because then you're never going to actually make the business part of it. Okay. So what I mean by that is I can come in here in my group and go live and teach you all about branding. But when I start getting DMs, it's like, should we change this color? What would you want to do about this? That starts to be where that's me coaching. And that's where if that's your business, that's your business. So that's where you got to draw the line with your time. So I will tell you that to respect, but there's never too much value you can provide, right? So as long as it's not taking your time is your asset. Your time is your money. Do it. Provide as much value as you possibly can. It's only going to come back to you tenfold. So if you feel like you're being salesy, you probably are. Okay. So most online marketers struggle with deciding what to post because they're unsure of their audience requires. Okay. So determining what value you can offer to them will get you laser focused in the content and get your messaging crystal clear. So you want to know what value can you provide to them. So Jennifer has an activewear company, but she's also helping them with mindset and positivity and building sustainably, which means there's probably a business opportunity there, right? So there's more there. And she's helping them by providing all of that value. What value do you have to offer people? It's not your product. I could give you give you a tip. It's not going to be your product. Your product can help people, but people could buy your product on eBay or Poshmark or someone else's website. What value do you have to offer them? Is it tips? Is it training? Is it accountability? Is it coaching? That's what you have to think about, okay? So when you start creating your content about the value and not the product, that's where you start winning. And I say product, it could be a service too, right? It could absolutely be a service. So there is a spot in the workbook. If you have the workbook, if you don't, you can do this in a notebook, but list your pain points of your product and service and opportunity that they solve. So list the pain point and list what they solve. 2 columns, okay? So for, let's say, I don't know, let's use health and wellness again, okay? So for health and wellness, pain points, always tired, irregular, inflammation, bloating, overweight. What are all these different pain points and how do they solve them? And again, like I said, dig deeper than that. So, like with overweight, uncomfortable in pre-baby clothes, or not comfortable getting in a swimsuit, not comfortable taking pictures with her children. Like, what are some of those other pain points? And how does your product or service or opportunity help them? Opportunity pain points would be like, you could say something like never has any money to get her hair done or get her nails done, or is always short on diaper money, or you can list all of that out, and your opportunity can help them create an extra source of income. So it doesn't always have to be about the product. Okay, so think about that, because if you're branding yourself with one product and then you change companies or that company goes out of business, you lost your brand with it. You want to make sure that you're branding yourself. I provide value for anyone that purchases my product on top of it, right? So that way, if I go to a different company, my people are coming with me because they want to keep me. They want to keep the value that I provide, not just the product. So make sure that you're listing that, because that's going to help you with the content creation piece. By creating engaging content and speaking with my ideal avatar, with my social media marketing, I'm going to attract qualified prospects. So the people that comment and engage with your content are going to be ones that are interested. If they're not interested, they're going to keep scrolling, right? No one's going to, some people will. You're going to have those supportive people, like your mom and your dad and your grandma, that are going to be like, so proud of you, or I love this picture of you, or tell me again what you're doing. Like, you're going to have those people, but majority are going to be there because they're interested or they're supportive, one or the other. And if they're supportive, encourage them to keep supporting, because you're going to very often run into the fact that you don't have a ton of people that are supportive, unfortunately. That's why you got to find your tribe of people who are supportive. So make sure that you are speaking to them in your content, okay? And that you're recognizing that those people that do engage with your content are interested, and that you're following up with them. If you put a poll in your Instagram on your story and you say, anybody want details? People say, yes, get them details. Don't let that prospect or that lead fall through the cracks. Very often people do that, okay? So make sure that you are keeping up with people and building those connections. That's the most important part, that you're not just like, oh, you voted on my poll, here's my link, go order something. No, that you're like, hey, I saw that you voted on my poll wanting more information about my weight loss product. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking for. They tell you what they're looking for. You say, okay, I'm sure this can help you, or I know this can help you, or depending on what their answer is, I would absolutely love to get you more information. Would that be okay with you? Continue to ask permission. It's permission marketing. Continue to ask that, because you're more likely to get a yes that way than than just sending your link out. And then you also are building that connection. So when they get busy, because just because they don't respond to you doesn't mean they're ignoring you. Sometimes they're just swamped. I'm like 100 DMs down. Okay. I'm trying, but I'm telling you, like, sometimes people just forget, or I read a message and my kids are screaming and I put my phone down and I forget to go back to it. So then follow up with them. Hey girl, it's been 2 weeks since I talked to you. I know you were really interested in XYZ because, of XYZ, whatever their pain point was or their problem was. I know you probably got super swamped. Are you still interested? Would you like me to send you more information? You got to keep up with the leads and the branding, okay? And that's good for your branding too, to get your messaging down. Because once you know your branding and you have your messaging down, it becomes easier to have those conversations with people. So just know that it's so much more than just colors and fonts, like I said. And then your personal branding dream list. So write down some lists of things that you want to accomplish with your brand. Okay. Hey girl, Brittany's joining us. We had a disaster. Okay. I'm just going to say it. It says it's streaming in the group, but it's not in the group. So if you found us, great. If not, when we're done, I'm going to download it and try to restream it in the group. But it says we're streaming in there, but it's not in there. So I don't know what's going on. Anywho, keep it on rolling. The replays will be up for a week. So we're good. So your branding dream list, make a list of the things that you want to accomplish with your dreams, with your brand. Okay. Like for instance, I want to write a book. I want to speak on stage. I want to have my podcast in the top 2%. I have a dream list. So you know what you are working for. Almost like a vision board. If you don't have a vision board, I highly recommend you create one. But make it branded, because then you're more connected to it. Okay, so I encourage you to do that. So here are some more action items for you. Make a list of 3 sources of pain at least. I'll tell you what, if you can set a timer for 4 minutes, you could probably come up with 10 pain points of your client, your ideal client. Absolutely 10. If you just set you a timer, make a solution for each of those pain points. That's important. That's important. And then building out your brand bucket. So this is something too that I want you to think about. You need to have your branding buckets. This helps you with creating content. And I'll be doing a training in Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs Sunday. It's a bonus training I'm going to do 6 p.m. same time, and Central Time, by the way, about how to create those content from those buckets. So that's where a lot of people go, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to post. And so they either don't post anything, or they post 10 memes that their uncle shared that they thought were funny and they have nothing to do with their business. There's no in between. So you need to have your branding buckets. And I'll give you an example. So my buckets, motivational. I like to include things that are motivational and inspirational, because there's too much negative crap out there. I don't want to add to it, right? I don't want to add to it. Old me would have shared that thing that the newspaper posted, but I'm now building a business and a brand on social, and the newspaper's up with a bunch of negativity, right? So I keep it motivational. I post something motivational. It's one of my buckets. And sometimes that could be more than just a motivational quote. It could be someone's story, something I've overcome. So people that are in the same spot as me know what they can overcome, right? It doesn't have to just be, go pick a quote. Okay, so I'm going to lay that out there. How to make money online business, right? That's a huge thing for me. So I break that up into affiliate marketing, because I'm really big in affiliate marketing. break that up into affiliate marketing and social media marketing. I usually give tips on how you can implement social media marketing in your business. So anyone can take social media marketing. That could be a brick and mortar business, that could be a coach, that could be whatever, right? So I post affiliate marketing, inspirational, motivational, social media marketing. And these two actually really coincide together. But I really try to make one specific post about affiliate marketing every single week. I post about travel. Okay, travel, all, different trips, different business opportunities, different conferences I might go to. If I don't have any traveling happening recently, then I'll post about a resource, because I try to keep my travel, I'm traveling a lot for business this year. And then personal, I have a personal one. I share my kids all the time. I share my husband occasionally. There is still a personal bucket. So those are my 5 branding buckets. And I used to have health and wellness in there, but even though I'm still with the health and wellness company, I prefer to lead with the opportunity so that it meshes really well with my social media marketing content and it's not confusing to anyone. Okay. So just a lot. That's one question I get a lot, is how many avatars do I have? How do you mesh all your content? If you have a business opportunity and a product, you can have 2 different posts. Post about one on one day and one on the other. Okay. You don't have to be concerned that you're going to confuse everyone. All right. So I want to invite you I'm going to remind you about the offers that I put out there last night. If you're just watching this for the first time, let me share my screen too. If you weren't with us last night and you're just watching this, I opened 2 programs last night that I haven't taken anyone into since November. So I have consulting and I have VIP days. So I want to explain these to you super quickly and invite you to take a look at them. If there's something you're interested in, amazing. I would love to work with you. I'd love to talk with you about it. And if it's something you're not interested in, that's okay. But I want to invite you. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for jumping on. We are having some streaming problems tonight. I don't know if it's got to do with, we are under inclement weather. Like, I just got a little thingy from the school about like delayed, kids going in delayed. And now I just got another one about flooding in the area. So we're having some streaming issues, but thank you for finding us. And anyone that's watching, if you were in the group trying to find us, I did post and say, hey, come watch it on my personal profile because we're having problems connecting to the group. But I will stream this into the group here in a little bit, try to redo it into the group. It might have had a disconnect or Facebook might have been down. I don't know, but never know. We got to pivot. We got to keep going. So I opened 2 programs last night that I haven't had open in a few months to take a few more clients in. And if this is something that you've been watching and learning from me, and I know a lot of you have been learning in this group for months now, and I've had conversations and DMs with a bunch of you, and you're stuck. You're like, I'm doing all the things. You're one of 2 things. Okay, I will say there's two different avatars I've talked to here. You're either like, I'm doing all the things. I'm posting every day. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Reels. I am going live in my group every week like you tell me to do, and it's not working. I'm not getting business. Then there's the other one that's like, the list is so long, I haven't gotten to any of it. Like, I don't even know where to start. I think I need a VA. I'm not even sure. So there's two people that I've talked to a lot. And I'm going to tell you this. I put this on my personal profile earlier today because I mean it wholeheartedly. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you can't ask anyone else to invest in you. And I know a lot of you in here have invested in yourself. And there might still be a disconnect, and that's okay. I can't even tell you how much I've invested in myself. But it also helps build the belief in myself by investing in me, right? By hiring a coach, by hiring I have 3 VAs, by hiring a team. Helps me believe in myself. I have people to lead. I have accountability. So I'm going to invite you to check this out. If it's not for you, great. That's okay. I'm not mad. You're always welcome here. But I know a lot of you I've had these conversations with. And if you are ready to commit, it's open. It's open until next Wednesday. I'm going to leave these offers open a lot longer than normal just because I hate saying the S word, but I'm having the surgery again tomorrow, and I'll be a little delayed in response, but I am available for conversations tonight. So if you want answers, you want to chat, get in my DMs tonight. I'll be checking them for the next couple hours to have those conversations and help you make the right decision for your business. Because I don't want you to make a decision that's going to put you in a position that you're not comfortable with. Okay. So let's run through these really quickly. If you're struggling in your business to make moves, you're exhausted, you're not seeing the progress you want to see, follow me along, okay? So as I said, a lot of you have been watching the trainings and you feel like you're doing all the things. So what if I told you I could help you? I can help you build the content strategy that you want. Get your freebie, your branding, automate, launch, all the things. I can teach you everything I wish I would have known when I was getting serious about my business. The first 2 months were a shit show. I think I can say that. I don't know. Whatever. I'm live. It doesn't matter. The first 2 months here were a mess. I left my job and didn't know what I was going to do exactly. I mean, I was going to just freelance, right? What I quickly learned was freelancing doesn't equal consistent business. So I had to learn how to build a business. So I came into this with the social media knowledge. That's what I had been doing for years. And I was like, I'm going to jump in 2 feet. And I tell you what, if you missed last night's training, I got W-2 in, and I made $24,000 in the first 5.5 months of 2022 at a job. Okay. I more than tripled that. Like almost 4 times that. And the other 6.5 months of the year, because I jumped in with 2 feet. Not that I was like, I'm gonna work my business Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I don't think I could do it Saturday or Sunday. No, I jumped in with 2 feet and said, I'm going in. I want to hire someone to show me how to do this. And it paid off. All the money I spent in coaching paid off. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the 2 offers. Because actually I have 3. Okay. So my team and I decided we were going to put together 3 options for you, because I know that no 2 people are in the same position financially or in their business. And some people want all of the opportunity. Okay. And I can promise you, if you were here with me in November when I opened these, you see there's a price increase. Unfortunately, with inflation, there's going to continue to be price increases. So I'm going to tell you this now. If you're interested, now's the time to get in, because the price will go up again. Okay. All right. So awesome deal number 1. If you're wanting clarity on where you're headed and why you want to get ish done, you want working sessions with me. So 6 hours. When's the last time you sat down and worked 6 hours on your business consistently? Right? You'll be reconnected with your vision. I'm going to give you all the resources, checklists, done for you templates, anything that I have that we use on your VIP day, I will give it to you. You can have it. Okay. If my agency owns it, you can have it, because I want to give you everything you need to succeed. So with that, offer number 1 is a VIP day with me. Okay. You're going to get a pre-VIP social media audit from me. That's a $350 value. I'm going to give you that audit, and then I'm going to help you fix everything that we discovered. Okay. You're going to get a pre-VIP day, 30-minute clarity call. This is where we're going to make your action plan for your VIP day, so that we don't waste time in your VIP day going, what are we supposed to do? No, we're going to go ahead and get all of that out and laid out. Okay. 6-hour personalized VIP day with me. They used to be 5 hours, but I changed it to 6 because we need some bathroom breaks in there. Okay. Just be honest. 5 hours with no bathroom break has been hard for me and the client. So we usually take 2 30-minute breaks. I usually work through the breaks, but if the client needs to get up and go have something to eat or go to the bathroom, I get it. You're going to get a customized action plan from me for the best possible outcome, and 30 days of pocket coaching, Voxer assistance from me after the fact. So I'm not going to just drop you off and say, here's all the stuff we did on your VIP day. Have a great day. You got 30 days after that where you get personal pocket coaching from me to help you implement everything we built together. Okay. That's important to have, because I think that's where a lot of people's disconnection is. They feel like I don't know how to put this into place. I don't know how to implement this. I'm overwhelmed. I've got shiny object syndrome and I want to start a Shopify store. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get an affiliate marketing. Oh, send me that training. And you've bought every $27, $37, $47 course and you don't even know where to start. Okay. I will tell you, I'm going to drop another bonus in here because I know there's a lot of people that I've had those conversations with. Like I said, last night I was up for like 3 hours after this boot camp in Messenger with a lot of you asking questions, and I want to be there, but I know a lot of you are on the fence and you're like, oh, I just need a kick. Like, please just push me over. So I am going to throw in my step-by-step roadmap to branding on Facebook course for free. So anyone that purchases this by Friday at 5 will get the course for free as well. So you're already getting the audit bonus, and then I'm going to throw in that course bonus too. So anyone that purchased yesterday, you're going to get that bonus as well. Okay, so don't worry, you'll get all the bonuses. But this is a $4,749 value with my hourly rate, and I've knocked almost $2,000 off of it. So a really good deal. Like I said, the prices are only going up with inflation. So just know that if you are serious, now is the time. Okay. The second offer I have for you is 18 sessions with me over the next 12 months. So you can ask anyone that does consulting with me currently. I actually share my screen. We log into their stuff. I have helped people with making landing pages and freebies and content creation. And I recently helped someone with all of their graphic work. There's possibilities are unlimited. I do everything from websites to build e-commerce stores. Okay. I can help you with it all. But you'll get 18 sessions with me and you get to choose how to use those over the next 12 months. So if you decide I want to be consistent and I want to meet with at least twice a month, great. I have another client who decides to just use hers around her launches. She's launching every other month and we meet 2 or 3 times before her launch. We do all of her graphics, all of her copywriting, all of her emails, her landing page, all of that. Anyone who does consulting or coaching with me also gets unlimited Boxer access to me. So that's daily pocket coaching. Okay. If you've messaged me on Facebook recently, you've noticed my team pretty much handles my Facebook Messenger for the most part. I come in and help answer any questions that I need to, or like tonight, I'll be answering questions about these offers. But for the most part, I don't coach in Facebook Messenger because my paying clients, have another route of coaching from me, and that's Boxer access. So that's the only way to kind of guarantee that you get me directly. And that's the only way to guarantee that you can get your questions answered, quickly. So if you're not ready to hire your social media out, but you need that direction, you need that tech help, you need help nailing your brand, this is for you. Okay. This is serious change. I do have a payment plan on this. So this is something that we can split up. So as I said, 18 sessions, unlimited Boxer access for a year. So if you decide, hey, I want to use all of my sessions in the next 3 months, you still get unlimited Boxer access for a year. Okay. And you get a working Trello board with this. So you and I will put all of the recordings on the Trello board, any templates that I have that you need, or that any resources I offer to you as one of my clients that you get, I'll put it all on the Trello board for you. Okay. So with the consulting, like I said, this is my gold consulting package. It's 18 sessions. You also get the year of Boxer. You're going to get the audit. You're also going to get the course bonus that I talked about earlier. This is a $20,000 value easily. Like I said, I've got 6 years of experience doing this. I built a 6-figure business in 6 months. I know how to help you. You just have to decide to invest in yourself. Okay. Like I said, there's a payment plan for this. It can be split up to 6 payments. Okay. I don't think I'll ever launch it at this price again because my one-on-one coaching is so unique and so custom. I put a lot of effort into it and I want to make sure that, it's valued properly. So if you're interested in this, let me know. Like I said, there is a payment plan that you can do with this one. The VIP day, there's not a payment plan because it's 1 day. So it has to be paid before the VIP day. So if you're interested in the VIP day, but you need to split payments, I guess I technically could do a split pay. You just can't book your VIP day until it's paid in full. Okay. Now, to sweeten the pot though, because I will tell you, I've had multiple clients that have done both. A lot of times they'll do a VIP day with me and we'll build out their content and their strategy. And they're like, man, I want to keep doing this. So we will then pivot into consulting. So I've seen it work really well together. And some things that I've done during a VIP day, like I said, we've done 90 days worth of content. We've done landing pages, freebies, all those items that have been like on the back burner. And then with consulting, it's a consistent relationship. But with people that have done it together, I'm knocking another $500 off. And there are payment plans available for this one with the consulting. So you would have to pay for the VIP day up front, and then we can split the consulting, but you would get an additional $500 off of that. And like I said, I don't think I'll ever put it out here this low again. So if you're serious, now is the perfect time. There's no better time. Start in January. Don't wait till August when you're looking at your vision board and you're like, I still haven't hit that 10-figure or that 10K month. I really wanted to do that this year. Take it now. Seize it now. Okay. So with that being said, I've got you can see all of my client love on my website if you're interested. But if you're interested, DM me, let's chat. As I said, in the last 2 days, I am having a procedure done tomorrow. So we still will have boot camp. I'm recording it tonight for you tomorrow. All of the recordings of the training will be up in Guide 9 in Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs group until Wednesday. All of these offers will be good until Wednesday. Okay. So all you have to do is DM us or drop a comment. Let me know which offer you're interested in, and we'll make sure that we get you the proper information. And that's it, y'all. I'm so excited that we finished day 2. And I look forward to day 3. So make sure you are here tomorrow. I will be here at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, hopefully in the group. I don't know what happened tonight. I'm going to go look into that now. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.